Seattle, Sunday morning, August, what, 11? Yeah, August 11th, 2013. Let's see what the cops are up to. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, they're out there. Seattle shoreline, huh? No. Seattle, Washington, August 11th, 2013, Sunday morning. Cops are geeking with intent to lurk. Yep, them guys got a freaking problem. Not really. God bless you guys, man. You got a job to do, somebody's got to do it. Can you hold still? I got a job to do too. Seattle, Washington, August 10th, 11th, somewhere, I don't know. Who gives a shit? That sucker's pretty. Woo. It looks like it's flying. This camera's sitting on a tripod. Right? I swear to God, that thing looks like it's flying. Where'd it go? Oh my God. Yeah, there it is. Now most people don't realize this, but the Love Boat was put to rest about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, somewhere in Germany, I think, I don't know, but it sailed out of Seattle. This, my friend, is the new Love Boat. Princess Cruise Lines. Give him a little plug. What the hell? I think the Titanic fit inside of that son of a bitch. Jesus Christ, look at that thing. That's the new Love Boat. Okay. Okay then. Whole city feels like it's fucking floating. And I'm standing on solid ground. It's a pretty cool freaking place, man, let me tell you what. Lazy Sunday afternoon in the busiest city around. There's a ferry boat compared to that freaking love boat. That thing's fucking huge.
Stop. Oh no, I have bandage. I still have bandage. I hurt my finger. Huh? Oh really? That's a good one. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll save you, honey. Yes, yes. Now walk back.
That's the same one.
Same one.
That's the same one.
Same one. Not another one.
You go this way, you might see another one.
Oh, I see another one right here.
Uh-oh. See?
Shocked you when I got in it.
What are you doing, big dog? What are you doing, guys? What are you doing, guys? What do you got, lunch? Come on. Living room art. living room art. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I'm sitting looking at one of the huge coolies out here, so I'll be about 3.5 hours.
Okay. Well, that's a ways away, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're talking about you're talking about 3:30.
Yep.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
I'm in Cooley City right now, so.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna be around?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
If not, I can leave your, if you can leave your package,
You can, I think I needed like 3 chains.
okay, is that 340 chains or 385 link chains?
85.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. So probably the wood box on the front porch. And that would be the wood box that's metal,
Okay?
okay, that's sitting up against the house.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, there's a toilet with flowers,
Yep.
porcelain toilet, yeah, down in that.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, Tom.
You going riding?
Yeah, that might be a possibility. And there's supposed to be a thunderstorms later on, but we might want to try and beat that.
Yeah, I got sprinkled on about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It rained pretty hard too last night, a lot of thunder and lightning. It was cool, I missed that shit.
Right, yep, it's been that way up against the mountains and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, well, great talking to you, and we'll take care of that, and we'll see you next time, I guess.
Yep. Well, you might see me this time too.
Yep.
Okay,
I can take that too.
okay.
Okay,
All right, bye.
talk to you later, bye.
Not one, but two.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay, sorry about that.
that's okay. That's all right. So, anyway, I was telling you about the tractor where they put the gas in. It's instead of the back like the old one, you know, down low in the back. It's up on top where the engine is. You open up the top, and it's a plastic container up on the top, which I think is stupid. But that's the way it is now.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is, you know, and hopefully, you know, that's one thing when we looked at it, we actually, the one that we decided to get wasn't on the floor at Sears. We ordered it online out of their website, because they don't have examples of every single one they have, so. Well, you know, that I couldn't even see and didn't think about when we were looking at the other ones. But isn't that weird?
Well, yes and no. My old tractor's got it on the top too.
Does it?
Yep. You open up a door, and of all the crazy things, you've got a gas tank right next to the battery.
Yeah.
The cap. So when you open it up, if there was a spark, you'd have a fire.
Yeah.
And it's just insane.
Yeah. Let's see, where's the battery on mine? I don't know. I have to go out and look. Anyway, it's really different. I don't know, and I should have looked up to see if they were any recalls with that one, but you know, I'll register it when I don't think they registered it.
I told me.
I told you. All right, love you, big brother, and I'll just talk to you later.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I missed the good stuff on video.
Missed the good stuff?
Yeah, that little bantering would have been sweet on video,
Yeah.
but I missed it.
My sister's all too cool. Until Al comes and we get that going, and then I'm gonna have to be back here at 3:30. Well, I won't have to be back because I already got it set up where to put his parts. We'll just pick him up. Give me the money. Okay, so we have one more down here to go.
I got a question.
Okay, I got an answer. It might not be the right one, but
What does the HRD mean on that other bike?
Harley Racing Division.
Get out. Did you hear that, folks?
No, it stands it stands for Henry R. Davis, and he was one of the original inventors of the Vincent, and it was taken over by Phil Irving and Phil Vincent, who refined them into what mine is, the 52 to 55 shadow. So
I like Harley Racing Division better.
that's what he tells the guys on the Harley when they ask him what it means. Oh yeah, this is what they should have done. They're amazing bikes though, for 1,000 cc and they only weigh 450 pounds.
Is that because they're aluminum or?
Well, things like there's no frame.
Yeah, that's right.
The everything's bolted right to the motor.
That's right, yeah. Let's see if we can get a picture of that.
Which Ducati and some of the high-end companies, that's just what they're starting to do today.
Right.
Making like it's something new and, you know, new and wonderful.
Right.
Okay, let me see what I got here. Okay, so I think one of the other things I can do, I need to do something with my tank since I don't. Been messing with it and haven't cleaned it since I messed with it. Should have some.
We have predators. I know, bud.
Taking pictures, huh?
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on them.
While he waxes it?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
That's what I know how to do. I know how to polish. This is Bob Bonontis. He owns the other.
How you doing,
Vincent.
Bob?
Right.
Mike Serino.
Yeah,
good, yeah.
Bob's picture goes with that one.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Say hi,
This
Bob.
is embarrassing.
Yeah, beautiful bike.
I get to brag.
I took a picture of it, but you may go ahead and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go. No, please do.
I've had it 20 years, first time I ever really won an award with it, so. They call my name and I'm going, who?
The first show I put this one in, I got 2 trophies in the same show. One Best Restoration and one Best British.
And I didn't even get honorable mention.
No,
Well, that was
you weren't there.
the second show. That was, I got 1 trophy in the second show that you were in.
Didn't
But
get
you know,
trophy.
we went to that show, and we had 15 machines there, and we took all but I think 2 trophies.
Yeah.
Was all they had. So we went away with.
We couldn't win the Harley trophy. They wouldn't give it to me just because I had R in the D. R in the middle, the HD.
That's what he just told me. That's I asked him what the HRD means, and he said Harley Racing Division.
You wouldn't believe how many people believe that.
I did it. I said I went right on. I said the same thing. Went right on. You're kidding.
When I bought it, they said it was the Harley Rider's dream bike, but I soon found out that they caught on too quick. The Harley Racing Division, they don't.
Right? Yeah.
Biggest thing on it when I say Harley Racing Division, they say I didn't know Harley had 2 sprockets on their back wheel. They don't catch anything else, just the 2 sprockets on the back wheel.
Do you know what that's for? They actually ran a log saw off the other chain.
Yeah, he's lying to you. They were dual chain drive.
He's lying to you. You wind up filling up the hinge, and everything's got these what's called Tommy bars, so you don't need a wrench. And there's a Tommy bar here, there's a Tommy bar there, there's a Tommy bar on the axle. So you can lift up the fender and without any tools, take the clip off the chain, take the rear wheel off, turn it around, and you've got a whole fresh gearing. So you can go high speed gearing or you can go low speed.
Oh,
And
it is a different gear then.
Yeah, just for a different gear, yeah.
Taller.
It's basically for, well, whatever sprockets you want to put on it for what you want to do. Some people did it for racing, some people did it for sidecars. And same on the front, this little section right here.
Those are eccentrics.
These are eccentrics, and if you turn this, it pushes this piece right here and kicks the front end out or brings it in. So you can change your gearing and the rake on your front end.
And that's primarily for a sidecar. These were designed for a sidecar. The eccentrics, this is a sidecar mounting point. That's a sidecar mounting point. And right back here, there's a sidecar mounting point, right here. And so you bolt it in and then you change your geometry. And then the back sprocket originally, if you're going through real hilly country with a sidecar, of course you needed low gearing. And so you just turn your back wheel around.
That's unbelievable.
So they were actually developed for use on a sidecar.
Tell them about who Henry R. Davis was.
Who? Oh, okay. Howard R. Davis actually started.
Howard, yeah. I keep saying Henry.
Howard R. Davis started life in 1900s racing motorcycles. And they didn't have performance he wanted, so he started his own company called Well, actually, that started after World War I. He went into World War I as an engineer, as I recall, and survived the war as a fighter pilot. And when he got after the war, he went back to racing bikes. They didn't have the performance he wanted, so he started the HRD company. Philip Vincent patented the rear suspension. He called it the cantilever rear suspension around 1926-27. And his father was a rich sheep herder in the Falklands and offered to finance him starting a company, but only if he bought an existing company. So he bought out Howard R. Davis, and there's where the Vincent started. The early Vincents up till 33, 34 used other makers' engines. 34 they came out with the first Comet, and that's Phil Irving designed that motor.
Which was a single cylinder.
Which was a single. In 38, he actually came out with a twin.
How did he do that?
Well, the rumor is he was going by his drafting board, and there were two Comet engines laying on, the drawings for two Comet engines on his drafting table, and when he looked at them, they formed a V, and he got the idea, oh, we just took two motors together. They're two Comet motors to make a twin. Well, anyway, they made about 78, around 78A twins, and they are one of the premier Vincents if you can find one. I know of a couple of them, original ones in North America, and Dan Smith out of Canada made one. Yes, I seen it last week, along with an original. Robert Watkins out of Vancouver, Canada has one, and couldn't really tell the difference, which is amazing considering that he was making his own castings, everything else. But anyway, during World War II.
So wait, let me stop you for a second. Are you saying that the V-twin was introduced before the Harley?
No, 38.
38.
Right. So Harley been in business quite a while.
Okay.
Okay. During the war, since Vincents were handmade, they couldn't keep up or even compete with war production. So actually, during World War II, they made munitions. Oh yes, bombs have been found with HRD on them.
They also made the training airplanes.
Well, that didn't come till after the war.
That was World War II, the Picador.
Right, the Picador came after the war. That was late 40s, early 50s.
And the Picador was a unmanned aircraft powered by a Vincent motor used for target practice. over the ocean.
I guess it worked reasonably well. They had some problems sorting it out, but their biggest problem was the English electronics. And I guess while all the growers were watching the test flight, it flew away. Well, anyway, I think they made 15 picador engines, which were quite a bit different than the regular engines. They had a right-hand drive to the prop, literally gearbox, and they were rated at 65 horsepower. Standard Vincent motor was 55. So yeah, they had injectors and everything else on them. Well, anyway, in 1949, this was one of the last actual Series B repeats. Not long after they made this one, Philip Vincent got a phone call that said that he was losing tremendous amounts of sales in the U.S. because people were going to Harley-Davidson dealers looking for HRVs, and their quick response was, "Sorry, we're all out of shadows, but we've got a wonderful 74 over here." So people were buying Harleys thinking they were Vincents. So they call those transition models, and you can tell because this is smooth. It's all ground off. All the caps are smooth. There's no logos anywhere. And they may have forks like this, and they may have forks like this. Now, the C's came out in late 49, early 50, and this is an actual C. Big difference, of course, is the Vincent, the forks. Two easiest ways to tell the difference. Other than that, they're basically the same machine.
Polished innards is why they called it a shadow.
Well, the Shadow had polished rocker arms. Other than that, as far as I know, the motor is basically the same motor, just had polished rocker arms. 7-to-1 compression pistons instead of 6-to-1, a little bigger carburetors, engine painted black, and then the Shadow also had rib brake drums. And one other point, on the rib brake drums in the back, you notice the Shadow has 10 bolts. If you go look at the repeat, it only has 5.
I think I'm running out of tape.